Hello, everyone. Welcome to another segment of the Court General. It's your boy Sniper J, and I'm happy to be here once again. But you know, I have to do my quote of the day, and guess what? The dream is free, the hustle is sold separately. All right, here we go. Another guest on the show, and this one may be the best one yet. Coach Dre Pope is the new head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, Mr. SEC. I'm a SEC guy, I played in the SEC, so I'm super excited about this guest. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been on the recruiting trail, trying to fill this last spot. How you
Hmm.
doing?
I'm I'm doing well. I'm doing well for a lot of reasons. I'm a new scout. I'm the new senior scout of SimWorld, so I get to be in everybody's business. So I love that. Um, I get to host the court journal still. The court journal still mine. I get to talk to great minds like you. And well, hold on. Before I get into all that, let me backtrack and let me actually follow my notes, coach, because I have notes for you, and I want to get through everything. That way, you have the space and the place to express yourself and tell the whole world why South Carolina is going to be a future national champion. So here we go. First off, congratulations. What does it mean to you to be the head coach at South Carolina University? A program, I may add, that doesn't have a rich history of basketball, but does have some history in winning and being good at basketball.
Man, for me, it's an honor, coming from somewhere prep, to being able to coach at the SEC school. I understand. I already, looked at the background. I know South Carolina. I mean, the man's portion, they never had they. It hasn't been always been that good. Women's
Hmm.
side, it's a whole story.
Yeah.
But it's something to mold to build up to what I'm used to, and I'm used to excellence.
Hmm.
So we're gonna build excellence here.
Okay. I like to hear that. What was your first reaction when you got the call?
I was shocked because this was the first time that I actually heard from South Carolina. Previously, I heard from Wake Forest and
Hmm.
Creighton, and I was excited because they already had one of the best perimeter defenders, well, the best defender in SimWorld U period in
Hmm.
Isaiah James,
Hmm.
and they had Andre Ballridge, and I seen him play the coach against him in prep, and just that nucleus alone, and with them already having Joey Justice committing, I think it was just a ripe opportunity to take. Also, it's the SEC, one of the toughest conferences in the, somewhere you. I'm an ACC guy myself, but I couldn't pass that up.
I I agree with you there. So when you got the call, you was definitely shocked because you haven't heard from South Carolina. Okay. Okay, coach. Can you walk us through your coaching journey and just give me that one moment that shaped your path to this job? Just give me that one particular moment. They say if you could boil it down to one moment, this is why I'm at South Carolina. Explain that moment to me.
Behind that South Carolina, and I want to say the last dance.
The last dance.
That was
What happened in the last dance?
man. We ran through the competition and we won, but it's just the team came together.
Why'd you say that so nonchalantly? Wait, no, no, no. You not put a walk past like you just say that. Oh yeah, we just like walked through it and won the whole thing. 'Cause like that's not a big deal. First off, that is a huge thing, and congratulations on winning the last dance. Keep going. I'm sorry, you just said that so nonchalantly.
But winning the last dance and seeing the team come together, how I envisioned at the
Mhm.
beginning of the season, it it helped me into, you know, getting to South Carolina, to be
Mhm.
honest. Just having that one last thing that that excluded me was the, prep championship.
Mhm. 100%.
And winning and getting that, it made me believe that I can do this at a higher level.
Well, 100%. Winning at any level will prepare you to propel, propel you to the next level. And I think winning in the premier prep league of the entire world in SimWorld Prep, I'm surprised more schools went knocking down your door and say, "Hey, we need you to come change our program. We need you to turn this around. We'll offer you this. We'll give you a new Mercedes Benz." I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. It is the SEC for crying out loud. They do have the resources and money to accommodate, but I'm surprised that South Carolina was the pick. Okay, coach, let's get a little bit into your coaching philosophy. You can say yes or no. You can say no. I'm not going to strangle you into or what's the word I'm looking? Manhandle you into answering anything. I'm actually gonna keep it real light for you. And the first question is gonna be: are you bringing a new play style to the Gamecocks?
No, I'm keeping my same high post scheme.
Okay,
I brought the
okay,
players in that can run it. So
okay, okay. Well, that's all I need to know right there. You don't need to say no more. I don't want to give the the competitors no juice, no ammo. I don't want them to use this as no scouting tool, no scouting tool. You said no. We're gonna keep it at that. And when you first walk in that gym, just let me know. Where does it begin? Is it offense or defense?
defense.
Defense. Okay. Okay. And look, I agree with you. I think defense is a staple. I think defense can win you a championship and similar to you. I think if your defense always travels. Sometimes offense doesn't, but defense always travels and defense can get you very far in Houston area. Yes, you'll need the offensive explosion at the end, but defense can get you to that point where you need your offense. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We're going to keep moving on. Okay, now we're going to talk about vision for the program, Coach Pope. What's the culture you want to establish in year one?
The culture that I'm bringing over from Bay Area, I want to establish a family culture where they can come to me for anything. That we're like brothers, and I'm a father figure to these players.
Hmm.
But also, like we keep it in the family. Like we defend the family. It's gonna be us against the world.
That's right.
That's the mindset I'm always have. We not coming in here to be friendly with everybody else.
Hmm.
Everybody else is foes. It's South Carolina versus everybody else. So
And I think that quote would definitely make it onto a shirt sometime in the future, especially with you being the new head coach. And I agree with that, especially at this level. There's no room for friends. There's no room to be looking out at other teams and trying to get into their business when y'all have a lot going on and y'all have to be able to withstand all y'all drama that y'all have throughout the season, not other people drama. So I 100% get that. And being a family is what I'm hearing you want to establish. You want to bring back that family culture to South Carolina basketball. That culture that where you could bring in new recruits and they come in and fit right into the family and you have a basketball culture which also have a family culture that makes the program successful. And I love that. I think that is the best way to approach them. But Coach Pope, what is your short-term goal for this South Carolina Gamecock team?
to make noise, to make some more noise in the SEC and proceed to hoopsteria further than the first round.
Okay, okay. I like this. I like this. I like this a lot, right? For 15 and 16 record, y'all did make hoops there, yeah. And honestly, I had South Carolina going far based off the year they had. I thought they had a good team, a good all-around team. They just kind of fell through at the end Do you have a number in the SEC that you think that short-term growth would hit? Is it top seven in the conference? Is it top five? Is it top eight? Is there a number, or you just want to be competitive in the SEC?
Top three.
Top three. Okay. Okay. And okay. So now that we've established your short-term goals, what are the long-term goals for Coach Dre Pope and the South Carolina Gamecocks?
I want to make South Carolina into one of the blue bloods. Um,
Hmm.
the Dukes, the UCLA's, and North Carolinas. I want to be able to make it to where anybody want to come play for me, play for this program. Wear the red, black, and white. Um,
Okay.
I wanna, I wanna win in that. I wanna win a Hoosteria title. You know, just to say
Okay.
that, South Carolina, we can do it.
Okay. So here's what I got. We want to change the dynamic of the men's basketball program from, let's be honest, just being there. The South Carolina men's basketball program is just there. They're in the SEC. They're just there. You want to change it all the way around to where they have the praise, the hype, the potential, the recruiting, the money as a blue blood. We talking Duke, UCLA, North Carolina. Some would say Kansas. Some would say Michigan State, Syracuse. Programs like that. That's how you want South Carolina to be viewed in the near future, right?
Correct.
Okay. You know what? I think you're the man for this job. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been to South Carolina. Ain't nothing out there. Ain't nothing out there. So I don't know what you're gonna be doing in your downtime, but it's probably just gonna be building this team up to that blue blood status that you want to do. Let's talk player relationships. How important is it building personal relationship with your players?
That's very important. Um, you could just see how I built it at Bay Area to where I got two of my guys from. I coached the past 2 seasons coming to South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's very important, like I said, just to be on the same page. And if the communication is there, they'll jump through hoops for you. That's how I got Rip Carey to come with me. We've been in constant communication ever since he stepped foot in the SimWorld Prep. So we already had that relationship established. And just getting into the locker room, um, just building the relationships with the players in there. Like it's like I said, it's been amazing. But communication with the players, that's my main thing. I want them to be comfortable, be able to talk to me about anything, question me about anything. If I'm doing something wrong or they see something, I want them to point that out, and I give the feedback, the same way. You know,
Okay. Okay. And what do you look for when recruiting a future Gamecock or South Carolina player?
someone that is someone that's active, somebody that's always, in the weight room.
Mm.
They're trying to make themselves better.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that fits my scheme that I want to run.
Okay.
You know, uh,
So
that's it. Somebody that that will be coached, that will be able to be coached hard.
okay. So what I just heard to all the prep players, what I heard is that in order to come to South Carolina, here's what you need to have already in you before you even step foot on campus, before Coach Pope even watch your film. First thing he wants a coachable player. You need to be coachable. The second thing he wants is somebody that works hard, that's not afraid to go the extra mile, that's not afraid to put in that extra work in the weight room, in the cold plunge, in the training room, on the court. Am I missing something? What else am I missing? Oh, and you just need to fit his scheme. So if you're able to fit his scheme and he deems you are a good fit for his scheme and you have those other two non-negotiables to be any type of successful in life, you could be a future Gamecock. And that's all the prep players. All right, enough of this boring talk. Let's get to the fun talk. Let's let's loosen the air up a little bit because you seem a little tense, Coach Pope. I understand you hyper focus. I hear the focus in your voice. I feel the summer workouts coming out through this podcast, and that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little fun. So, what's one game from your coach career that you'll never forget? You'll never forget it.
Mm. The championship game against Best Coast Ballers
Mm.
that just happened in March.
Mm-hmm. Good game. I watched it. I watched it, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. We don't need to go into no detail. We know who was there. We know who won. We know who lost. It's just that simple. If you could coach any player in history, who would it be?
Kobe Bryant.
Mm. Bean, man. It's like my
That's my
father.
favorite player.
That's my favorite player too, bro. Look, let's say a prayer for him right now. Kobe Bean, if you are listening to this podcast, please bless everyone that else that is tuned in, that is listening, that is engaging, and that is on the court doing the hard work. Because we need you, your mind, your body, your spirit. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Thank you, Kobe. Amen to
Amen.
that. Man, I love Kobe
Amen.
Bryant.
Amen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was too much, right? I mean,
Now you good.
anytime,
I love Kobe too. I
anytime
love
someone.
Kobe. I cried when he died, so
Me too.
we on the same page, man.
Me too. My God, man. Okay, I can talk about Kobe all day. I don't want to get into that. That is my favorite player of all time. I still watch his highlights every single day.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Coach Dre Pope. Last but not least, and I need you to let these people know what it is. If you could describe South Carolina basketball in 3 words, what would they be?
Family,
Hmm.
hard working, greatness.
Family, hard working, greatness. That was the words from Coach Dre Pope, head men's basketball coach at South Carolina. Thank you for coming on the Court Journal. You are a Court Journal. You are a staple of our world, and I am looking forward to seeing what you do with this influx of talent and these players that are coming back that are really good on the South Carolina team. All eyes are going to be on you in the SEC. You said top three. It was not me, but I'm with you. I think South Carolina needs to be in the top three. Coach Dre Pope, thank you for coming on the Coach Journal. Do you have any last words for the entire world that they need to know before we get out of here?
I appreciate being on your show. And to everybody out there, South Carolina is on the up and up. Come and take your best shot. We want all the smoke. SEC, somewhere you, it don't matter.
All the smoke is to be had in the SEC and against South Carolina. Thank you so much. Hashtag see the game, be the game. Peace.